the sidelines of the Arab League Council's 164th session, Foreign Minister Badr Abdelati and his Moroccan counterpart Nasser Bourita reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening bilateral ties. They discussed ways to boost trade, investment and economic cooperation, while also exchanging views on key regional issues, particularly the Palestinian cause. The ministers stressed the importance of joint African efforts and the African Union's role in promoting peace, security and development across the continent. The Egyptian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has issued a travel advisory urging citizens visiting Singapore to strictly comply with local laws banning all types of electronic cigarettes or vapes. The ministry emphasized that travelers bear full legal responsibility and airlines are not liable for violations. Singapore authorities have criminalized possession and use of vapes, imposing severe penalties, including heavy fines and possible imprisonment. In August, Singapore reclassified the anesthetic etomidate found in some drug-laced vaping products from a regulated poison to a controlled drug, raising further concerns. Egypt and Sudan held the second round of their 2+2 mechanism meeting in Cairo, involving their ministers of foreign affairs and water resources. The two sides discussed water cooperation, emphasizing the protection of their shared Nile water rights under international law and the 1959 agreement. They condemned unilateral actions by Ethiopia regarding the Ethiopian dam, calling for a policy revision to ensure regional stability. Both countries reaffirmed their commitment to deepen bilateral ties, support Sudan's reconstruction, and enhance joint training programs in agriculture and irrigation. The meeting concluded with plans to hold the next Technical Commission meeting during Cairo Water Week in October. Egypt's tourism sector is expected to generate $17 billion in revenues by the end of 2025, driven by rising visitor numbers, longer stays, and increased spending. Dr. Hussein Hazzea of the Egyptian Tourism Chambers Federation cited growing global interest in Egypt's cultural and archaeological sites, including the upcoming Grand Egyptian Museum, as well as strong demand for beach and diving tourism along the Red Sea and the North Coast. He credited recent infrastructure upgrades and political stability for boosting market confidence, noting that tourism revenues reached $8 billion in the first half of 2025, putting Egypt on track to meet its target. The Egypt Healthcare Authority has spent 15.3 million Egyptian pounds on the Olympus X1 endoscopy system for Sharm el-Sheikh Hospital, enhancing early tumor detection and treatment. The move supports Egypt's We Care for You in Egypt medical tourism program, which saw over 24,000 foreign patients by mid-2025. Digital records and a new health tourism council are helping improve care and attract more international visitors. The Egyptian cabinet has approved a decision implementing Article 8 of Law Number 164 for the year 2025 concerning tenant rights under rental laws. Article 8 gives tenants under Law 49 for the year 1977 and 136 for the year 1981 priority to be allocated state-owned units for rent or ownership before their lease ends, favoring vulnerable groups and original tenants. The tenants must apply and commit to vacating their current unit upon allocation. The Prime Minister will set detailed rules within 1 month. State unit allocations will prioritize tenants based on their current unit's location and official criteria. Minister of Electricity and Renewable Energy Mahmoud Asmat has issued decision number 101 for the year 2025, adjusting electricity prices for electric vehicle charging stations. AC stations up to 22 kilowatts will charge consumers at 1.45 times the supply price, while DC stations will charge at 2.8 times the supply price. The decision takes effect immediately after publication in the official Gazette. Egypt's Minister of Petroleum and Mineral Resources, Karim Badawi, has delivered a keynote at the Africa Down Under Mining and Energy Conference in Perth, Australia. He highlighted Egypt's ongoing reforms, including legislative changes and a competitive fiscal regime aimed at attracting international investors and boosting the mining sector's GDP contribution to 5 to 6% in the coming years. Badawi emphasized Egypt's modernization efforts, such as transforming the Egyptian Mineral Resources Authority into an independent entity and launching a nationwide aerial survey to map mining potential. He also announced a new digital platform to showcase exploration data and investment opportunities. The Central Bank of Egypt, CBE, has announced a rise in the financial inclusion rate to 76.3% in June 2025, with 53.8 million citizens aged 15 plus owning and using active financial accounts. This marks an increase from 74.8% in December 2024. Women's financial inclusion also improved, reaching 70%, up from 68.8%, while youth inclusion rose to 54.4%. The CBE attributed the progress to efforts under its 2022-2025 financial inclusion strategy, which promotes access to diverse financial services and supports undeserved groups.